Cancer, welcome back to your solstice reading. This time we're going to be going through your chakras and your aura and getting a message from the energy of the earth, as it were. Let's just connect to that ley line again. There we go. That's bringing the energy through. Let's just bring through that chakra, man. Excellent. Lovely to see you again. Let's just go through here. So there you've got the head like going down like that with the arms. So let's just see what's going on for you. Well, the crown is the crown is a little bit divided, a little bit open, more than divided. But I think this is a case where you just don't want to take on the emotions of the world outside. And then why should you? At the same time, fair play. It's not going to hold water. It will hold thought or ideas and stuff like that, but won't hold water. It's like a poppy flower that's got those 4 petals that are like that, but they're not joined. So as any accumulation between them would just slip through. Or a tulip sort of flower in a way. It's quite nice. It's lovely. It's very light. You want it to be light. The third eye seems to be a lot more active than the throat. Let's get onto the heart. And this has been a repeating thing for a lot of people, and I think this is going to be a pretty emotional time. The heart seems to be full of emotions. And for you it's brimming, so it's going to overflow occasionally. So let it out, let it flow out. It's obviously nothing that you can deal with within your head. It's something that you can deal within your body, of actual being, as it were. How's your solar plexus? Your determination, it's missing a little bit at the moment, and I think this ties into that 9 of Swords that we had down here. 9 of Swords that we had down here. The other card that was up here as well. It's all about, it's letting go of something in the past in order for you to explore the future. And it's causing you a little bit of, it's knocked the wind a little bit out of your sails. But I think this is at the beginning of the solstice. So this is, and I think that's going to change over time. There is a bit of social going on, but you're not really doing what you want to do. Going through the motions, it's not bad, your work, play ethic at the moment, but there is a bit of sort of samey or normals, as it were. And yeah, your root chakra's not really massive either. It's nice. It's very, it's like a corkscrew, a carrot sort of thing scenario. So it's well developed. There's no illusions to life for you at the moment. But this midsection here just seems to be a bit heavy. Basically, it needs to be loosened off. Let's just see what your aura's doing, and then you can feel that heaviness when it goes up. So when you're confronting, or not confronting, but when you're meeting other people, you may feel this. You may feel that it's just a bit laden, a little bit heavy, that sort of thing. A little bit heavy, basically. The ideas are there. The want is there. The fresh ideas are there of what you can do and where you can go, and etc., etc. But you haven't got the passion that's there as yet. Let's just see as it feeds through time. Oh, hang on a second. Let's just have a look at your aura. Finish your aura, sorry. Yeah, there is a bit of daydreaming, a bit of wanting things to change, basically. That seems to be going on. Let's just see how it evolves over time. So round about the January 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, around that sort of week period here, that week up there seems to be a bit of a click within you. It's like something that snapped, as if to sort of say, no, I'm not going to take it anymore. And we're not gonna take it, never did and never will. And that's going to spark your solar plexus into action. And as that roars into action, that's going to dry out those emotions that you're keeping in your heart. And all of a sudden, you can see the way forward. You can feel the way forward, which is going to alleviate a lot of the fears and worries and stuff like that you might have been carrying according to your job, your business, and stuff like that, or the future of how you're going to do things. It just seems like it's either something that's snapped or a decision that's been made. It may well be on the exterior to you, but let's just have a look at how you're making a decision. Where is it? I think it's coming in from the outside. That's a situation that's made you kind of go, no. That's what I get the feeling. So you'll carry a lot less in your heart, so your heart be a lot lighter. And when it's a lot lighter, then it can play around a bit more. 4 of Cups, that's what it was. That's what it's going to be tied into. So it's going to be an emotionally charged sort of situation in concerns with your material life. It could be where you live and everything like that. So that sort of plays it out. And then that's when your fun kicks back in. That's when activities kick in, when you start, playing and doing things. Your root chakra seems to be in very good stead. And your crown chakra you're still not willing to take on board the emotions in a mental way, which I think is a really good thing. Because it's going to allow you to actually advance in your sentiments and your feelings and in your evident path, which is more within your body than within your mind. Your mind's just the logic, and I would leave that up to logic. And almost those petals there is too much, and the logic doesn't work anymore. So it's only the logic things that are going to really work for you. That's alleviated that sort of heaviness around this section of your aura, which will mean encountering other people will be a lot more fun, light, happy going and stuff like that. Are you just like Scrooge, just not like Christmas or something? Is that what it is? The ideas are getting a lot more concrete. There seems to be a moment where you kind of realise, I can do this. I can do this. And it's heading off and doing it. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to go somewhere in order to do it. I just mean going ahead and activating it. Okay, let's just see how it flows through to the February anomaly. So this is it progressing in time. Okay, this is a real change in your heart. It is in your heart chakra. It all seems to be the pivoting point for you at the heart chakra. It becomes very defined, almost like crystal. It's beautiful to look at, but glass can cut. And it's going to be it's very precise of how you move on with your rhythm. And this is where I think that's where the fire of that page or that Knight of Wands really kicks in. As I said within the other reading about, how taking off the layers and stuff like that. I think this is what it's doing here. It's taking off the layers. The solar plexus is there's real determination within you. There's no messing about anymore. There's real determination in you. There's a little bit less of, I think it's because you've got things going on, obviously, with the February anomaly, but because there's things going on, there's a little less concern about your work play ethic. It's still very much in play, but in place, but it's reduced. So this is not about your ego. This is about what you need to do. This is your call to mission in a way. This is your realization of your call to mission. And this is from February the 9th, around this period, February the 9th, going through to around about the sort of 16th, 18th, around that period there, whereas a realization happens for you and everything really tightens up and gets within the flow. And then what is the outcome? How does it sort of flow out of there? into March. This is a lot lighter. So this is a change of fortune, this new departure, as it were. It's now got, it's like, like you started a motor and it takes a bit of time to heat up. But once it's warm, it's really ticking over nicely. And that's what it seems like. Your energy seems to be ticking over really, really nicely. It's in a real good rhythm here. And you found your rhythm. You found what you're supposed to be doing and where you're going. Your aura is also, it's much more, it's got a much more of an egg shape to it now. So it's getting in sync with your divine plan, your raison d'etre, as it were. So, it works really, really well. It works really, really well. I think in March, I think there's going to be a lot of confidence that comes into you. That's what it feels like within the aura. A lot of confidence because you know where you're going and you know what you're doing. You know why you're doing it, when you're doing it. There's a lot of it. Everything seems to fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the energy of the earth, and let's see if there's a message for you on this. Okay, so it's you're gonna make it. Don't worry about breaking it. It's like, at first I thought it was sort of saying it's the make and break time. I don't think it's that. I think it's a case of you're gonna make it like you're gonna make an omelette, and you got to break the eggs. But that's fine. I think it's breaking habits. That's what the energy is trying to sort of say to you. Breaking habits that are no longer serving you anymore. So there you go, Cancer. That is part of the blueprint energy readings, the energy blueprint readings that we will be doing from January. We'll be going a lot further into these readings. We're going into sort of your physical condition of your bodies, your raison d'etre, your karmic path and your karmic block, what is within inside you, your auras and your chakras, your guides, and start really dowsing in a lot more sort of in the way of energies and stuff like that. Obviously, you still have your tarot readings and etc. But we're going to be taking these energy blueprint readings a lot further. It's exactly what I've been doing in my job for the past 30 years, and I love doing it. I really do. Really, it brings me an immense amount of joy to be part of something like that. Really good. Anyway, thank you very much for being here with us and supporting this channel. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.